Hello, my Torrent people. This is Mr. Sam here, and I have a special treat for you this Friday. We are going on a very special field trip. Now, through you, you're going to be taking it virtually, but I am going to be showing you the property that surrounds my house. So we're going to go through the different trails and check out some different trees and maybe even spot some wildlife. So we're going to take this time to take a little field trip of my property. Let's go ahead and head on down this hill. As everyone can see right now, we have a very large hill in our front yard. So as we are walking down into the very bottom, we'll be able to look up at the very top of the hill in just a moment. So when we turn, we look, we got the tall hill, and at the very top, as we can see as we zoom in, that is my house. But first, we're going to go ahead and explore through our trail and see what other mysteries we can find. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a walk and check out some different spots of this property. So we can see if we can head on down this trail and take a look and see what different things we can find. Who knows what we'll find down here. So we'll keep our trail going. As you can see, everything is wet, but it is very green because now we're coming into the springtime. So everything's starting to come to life. As you can see, we're getting little blossoms coming on all these little trees over here. And especially with some of these right up on top of here. So we can see. We'll come in real close. You can see as they're starting to bud up. But some of the trees haven't started to grow again. As we can look, this is one of my older apple trees. It hasn't even started sprouting yet. We'll keep on a look. Maybe we'll find some old trees that might be dying or falling apart. Let's go ahead and walk farther this way. Now, something very interesting I want to point out as we walk through this ground that we're walking on right now. As we can see, it's kind of long, overgrown. This is normally growing up really high, but since it's the springtime, we can see all the trails that have been made by the different wildlife, mostly deer. So we can take a look. Normally we can't walk through this part, but we can see how there's a beaten path that has now gone down. So we can explore, but we gotta watch our head. It's a very, very treacherous path. But we'll see where it takes us. As you can see, this is a very tight fit through here. But I see a little opening coming up through here. We'll go ahead and slide right on through and see where it takes us. Oh, let's take us up to the very top of this hill, which is an open clearing. We'll be able to see where we are now when we look back. Now, as you can see off in the distance, you can see where the house is right up on this hill. But as we're walking through, we can look at the different path. Down in this location, farther down, it's a big swampy area. But that's not a part of my property. But something really cool I want to show everyone is this tree. It's right by the road. We can see one end of it right now. It's actually a big branch that is broken down. We can see it's all broken here. But if we follow the trail all the way up, we can see it was a part of a bigger tree. But now it's broken down. But still, some of it is still growing. But I can show you what the roots look like from the road. So give me 1 minute, we'll jump right on over there. All right, now I'm out by the road. As you can see, it's behind me. But when we turn and look, this is what that tree looks like from the road. You can see as the hill is starting to collapse down, it still has its whole root system. Absolutely amazing. Can't believe it's still standing. And of course, as we walk around to the side of it, we can see where that broken branch is now. It's a rather big branch. Okay, well, we'll go ahead, we'll shoot back over back into the valley area and we'll head towards the backyard. Okay, we're gonna start making our way towards the backyard. Now, just as a reference, we're starting back at the bottom of the hill by where our house is. So we're gonna slide back down this back path and we're gonna go up the hill. So we'll be able to see some different things. It gets a little bit narrow as we make our way up. So hold on. It's really muddy out here, and especially with all the different hoof prints from all of our animal friends that have been out here. Definitely a slushy mess. Now we're gonna go up and start heading uphill. This is gonna lead to my backyard area, but we gotta go up through this narrow pathway. As we can see right now, very narrow. We've had some trees fall down here as well, but we gotta do a little ducking. As we can see, this is where we had an old tree that broke down and fell. We've got some more of the branches over here. Trying not to move too fast with you guys around. As we are making our way up, we can see it's starting to clear out. Still really muddy though. But something to look at, I've got a lot of old apple trees on my property. And sadly, the one that's right behind me, that's one of them. But it's not doing very well, as you see. It's growing some, but most of the branches have snapped and broken off. They're falling apart. Same with this one. But of course, some of these trees are over 50 years old, so they have passed their life, their average lifespan. And this is the last of those old apple trees. This one's sadly all dead, and it's got nothing but weeds and vines. But now, as you can see behind me, right there, that is the back of my house. So now we are making our way to the back property. Right behind me, you can see I've got some nice evergreens. They're growing up. They're nice and tall. We go on the other side of those, we'll be able to see the whole back part of my backyard. It's really cool. So we'll go ahead, we'll hustle around this edge, and we'll take a big look. And hopefully we'll be able to see maybe some wildlife. I have a lot of deer that come through here, and just this morning, I saw 2 sandhill cranes. So we're walking down using our little path, and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at all of what we can explore. Now, of course, I know what you're thinking. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to go around the whole thing. It's all right, I'll cut some spots out. We'll just focus on some of the cooler things. Okay, kind of like this little area over here where you gotta duck to get underneath some of these trees. As we're here, we go whoop. Yep, but the next thing we're gonna look at, we'll be able to kind of see it. Let me see if I can have you guys see it in the background. It's kind of where my finger is. It's a little deer blind. It's at the very edge of my property. So we'll go over there and take a peek and see what's going on there. Okay, we've reached our destination. As you can see behind me is our little deer blind. This is the northern part of our property, so as far as we're gonna go. Now, normally I would take you guys up there, but as you can see, some of the critters have busted out some of the windows on there, little plastic windows, and I'm not sure if there's one in there. And quite frankly, I don't feel like climbing up that thing just to find a raccoon in there waiting for me, and you guys seeing it all on camera. But there is a nice little treat we have in store for us. Right behind me, as you can see some figures. Now, on the north part of my property, there's a big cattle farm. So as you can see, all the different cattle on the side of this fence. Now, sometimes if we move, that might bring them over, or maybe cause them to move. So we'll see. Moo! Oh, I don't know. They're looking at us, but I don't know if they're gonna stay back. But as you can see, all the different ones there. And as I turn, I'm gonna turn you slowly, not to make you sick. But as you can see, way behind me is my house in the distance. So there's a really long walk ahead. But I got a nice little trail that doesn't make it so bad. so I can just follow this trail all the way back to my house. But we don't need to do that whole walking path. There's another tree I would like everyone to see. Well, this one I'm about to show you, then there's one last one that's really, really cool. But this one right here, as you can see, it's all broken, falling down, mangled. The cool thing about this is an apple tree. And when the apple, and we can see some of the apple blossoms already starting to bloom on. This one will grow apples to where you can actually eat them. You can pick them right off, wipe them clean, and actually eat them. They taste very good. But you have to be quick because our deer around here like to nibble away. That's why they've killed some of these bottom branches. That's why you only see these buds towards the top. Okay? But we'll go ahead and shoot to our very last place that we're going to check out, this special tree that I have. So we'll go check that out right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's our last stop on our field trip. And this is the tree I was talking about. This tree right behind me. I know it doesn't look like very much. Okay, it's still early spring, but as you see, as we span up, it is a very, very tall tree. Okay? This tree is very special to me because we call this Mia's tree. I had a golden retriever back, well, this would be almost 7-8 years ago, where she had passed away when we moved to our new house. And we had Bear here right at the very roots. Okay, so I feel like she's a part of this tree. Now, so you guys can understand how large this tree really is. The base of this tree is massive. Okay, the base of this tree is about 6-7 feet wide, and it's a black oak. I'm sorry, not a black oak, but a black walnut tree. Okay, so it'll make all these different walnuts and bring them down, and we can see how large all of these branches are, and it spans up and up and up. And it's absolutely beautiful once it starts spawning all of its leaves. It's very large. Okay, now with that being said, that's going to wrap up our I guess field trip of my property. Now as you can see right behind me, I'm trying to walk backwards and talk to you, so if I fall, I guess laugh. But as you can see, I've got my barn right on the backside here, and then right over directly behind me is our little camper. And we turn this way, see I've got my little wood pile I've chopped up with all my extra brush, and located not too far is our bonfire pit. And you see, I have not had a fire in it quite often. And behind me, you can see the house with a couple of our different play equipment. Okay, so hopefully everyone enjoyed the field trip. I figured do a little hands-on approach so you can see just a little bit of my own property. But I'm also going to make a little video to show you how you can take your own virtual field trip where you can practically go to any destination in the world. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to reading everyone's comments and hearing back from some. Have a lovely day.